All rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Rick. I'd like to call this meeting of the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board to order for July 15, 2013. If we get a roll call, please.
Bernie Bassett.
Here.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Martin Manick.
Here.
Paul Moy.
Here.
Art Renadette.
Here.
James Coffey.
Here.
Collins.
Resolution 203, approving the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of July 1st, 2013 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dismissed.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Renadette, second.
Second.
Mr. Lemoy, any discussion? Roll call?
Martin, Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Paul Moy.
Yes.
Art Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. We do have a public hearing, and I kind of raced through that rapid enough, but I want to be sure we're on the 7:05 time. So I'm going to do one more resolution, then I'll go to public hearing, and then we have a special proclamation. So resolution 204, abstract 7B.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 7B-13, 1411 through 1550 for $965,272.53. And abstract 7B-13, 255 to 272 prepays in the amount of $1,082,193.06. Be received as reviewed by the Audit Committee and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay for that.
Have a motion. Mr. Lemoy, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Paul Moy.
Yes.
Art Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. At this time, I would like to open the public hearing that has been scheduled concerning a NYSEG project. This public hearing has been called concerning an application by the New York State Electric and Gas, NYSEG, that is seeking approval to construct a 130-foot monopole tower with 3 individual 6-foot standard microwave antennas, 2 individual 5-foot Yagi antennas, 2 whip antennas, security camera, and a 12-foot working platform placed at a height of 90 feet above ground, along with related ground support equipment within an 80-foot by 80-foot fenced compound, which encloses a 10-foot by 12-foot prefabricated shelter. All proposed improvements are needed to improve NYSEG's basic and emergency communications and operations. And said project improvement will occur at NYSEG's existing regional service center at Route 22 and Archie Burr Road, tax map number 245.0417.1, and supplemental application materials have been submitted for the NYSEG Route 22 project. This public hearing is with respect to Section 16 of Telecommunications, Local Law Number 3 of 2003 in the Town of Plattsburgh. At this time, all persons interested in the subject matter will be heard concerning the NYSEG request. I would first ask if there is anyone that would like to submit a written comment to the record. And with that said, if there is anyone that would like to make comment, we'd ask you to first of all state your name. I don't know if our portable mic is on, Rick. State your name and address for the record as well. Is there anyone that would like to make comment? Yes.
Don Donahue, 2 Broderick Road, Plattsburgh, New York. In regards to the new construction of this project, I would like to hope that local labor is used. If there's any outside work to be subcontracted, and speak on with using area standard wages with benefits. That's all I have.
Thank you, Jen. Is there anyone else who would like to make comment? Anyone else at this time? If not, I'm going to leave this hearing open before I close it, through at least the proclamation in case someone else does come in. And with that said, Rick, if you don't mind swinging around, we have a young man with us this evening that we're very pleased to acknowledge for his achievement and accomplishments. If you would come forward, please, sir. We'll get you right on cable. We have a special proclamation of recognition. Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Town Board periodically recognizes those who have demonstrated exceptional leadership qualities and commitment to our community. And whereas the Model United Nations Conference program offers a unique opportunity for young people to participate in programs that provide a diverse group of informed college, university students, and faculty from all over the world a forum for addressing global concerns in a real-world context. And whereas Model United Nations conferences address important issues, including regional conflicts, peacekeeping, human rights, women and children, economic and social development, and the environment, providing student participants with a better understanding of the inner working of the United Nations as they build skills in diplomacy and compromise. And whereas Shane Donahue, a resident of the town of Plattsburgh, participated in the 60th Harvard Model UN and has been selected to become part of the 2013 All-American Model United Nations American team that will convene in Beijing, China. And whereas it is appropriate to demonstrate community support for the efforts of men and women in our community who have represented themselves and their community with honor and respect. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh declares that Mr. Shane Donahue be recognized for his accomplishment on being invited to be part of the All-American team traveling to China this summer, representing and acting as ambassador to his country and community. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh also encourages our community and local businesses to demonstrate their support for Mr. Donahue in recognition of his accomplishments. Signed by each member of the town board on this date, July 15, 2013. Congratulations.
Nothing in it.
While you're on your travels, we know you're going to be taking lots of notes. So while you're there, we're going to give you the official, almost silver embossed plastic Town of Plattsburgh pen, so you'll remember us, and the almost gold embossed town book. Congratulations again. Seriously.
Great job.
Very good.
I would like to make one comment. I think that Shane, I've been really quite proud of what he's done, and it's amazing what he's done, being invited to go to something in the whole world. But I would caution you about, make sure that you have a mask or something for the flu season in Beijing. Found that was quite evident last time I went there.
I think they cleaned that up, didn't
They cleaned it up for the Olympics.
Okay.
Not for Tom.
I don't think they might clean it up for the Mount Ulinda might clean it up for you. I'm not sure.
And Tom, we know you probably have begged your parents and your family to stay, Shane rather, to stay through the evenings so you could observe local government in action. But if for some reason they want to follow North Country traditions and take you to Harrigan's Ice Cream Stand up, we'll understand if you leave, okay?
And the swimming pool's probably open, right? So.
Enjoy your evening and safe travels.
Thank you.
With that said, is there anyone else who has comment concerning the public hearing for the NICIG proposal? I don't think anyone new has come in. If not, I would seek a motion to adjourn the public hearing. Mr. Woods, second Mr. Lemoy. Any discussion on the motions? Roll call, please.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Paul Lemoyne,
Yes.
Rod Remmenden.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, this public hearing will stand closed at 7:12 PM. We have a couple of written comments. We'll get copies to you. And we'll get those down. Okay, I'll have copies for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming up. We
Are
appreciate it.
you, anything that would significantly impact what we're
I
looking
don't
to
believe
do?
so.
Okay.
I'm, no.
Are you gonna go through secret tonight and, any kind of a motion? Or
I
That
don't,
was on Phil's agenda. I don't know if he gave you all the paperwork.
No.
I don't have
They would do.
that in here.
Okay,
No, I don't have anything else relative to that project.
So if that is going to take the next, we would attend the next meeting, when the next meeting may be? Because I believe you have a workshop next, is that correct? And then a
Well,
regular
we
meeting?
can address that if there's any kind of pressing issues, we can address that at the workshop.
Yeah. To answer your question, we gotta get rid of June.
22nd.
The next will be a work session on the 22nd. The next regular meeting would be August 5th.
Okay.
It's not impossible to pass a resolution on the 22nd if necessary, but we
No,
prefer to do them in
I
these
would
sessions.
suggest that perhaps on your meeting on the 22nd, if there's anything that comes up, let us know. Otherwise, I'm not, unless you have a reason to have either one of us to be here on August 5th. And you can let me know after the 22nd if you would. If there's any reason whatsoever, we'll attend the meeting, but if not, you've had the hearing without any public comment. However you'd like to do it, it's up to the board.
Well, we got one call. We have a couple.
I'm not sure.
I mean, there was someone who spoke, though.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we are, we're interested in having, you know, resuming wages. That's, so they've heard that comment, but as far as the other, you know, he's just got a couple written comments he's gonna send you.
I think you will be fine, and we appreciate being here in case there were questions this evening.
Oh, absolutely. No, and please don't hesitate,
Should be
if anything else does come up, just let me know. I'll be in touch with you.
Phil's on
Well before
vacation
you-
this week, he'll be in and out, but he's on, and Trevor's here, and I'll follow up with those questions. We'll get back to you and get you a copy of the
Good.
others.
Appreciate
Okay?
it. Thank you very
It
much.
should be fine.
Have a great evening.
Thank you
Keep
very
the
much.
air on and go south.
Stay cool.
Thank you again, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming, very much, appreciate that. Resolution 205, Building Maintenance and Safety Committee Monthly Report.
Result to receive and place on file a report from our Borough Building Maintenance Supervisor for the month of June 2003.
Have a motion? Mr. Redonet, second Mr. Wood. Any discussion? I just want to know and take advantage of this opportunity being recorded that one of the items on Mr. Grove's list is that the new security cameras and equipment has been ordered to do the upgrade we've discussed, which would include an extension of the cameras that currently exist and more coverage outside. That's important to know.
Did he include one for the front door? Because I know we still have people who are going to court and come into the front door. And if there was a problem, we had no way of knowing that somebody came through the building.
We'll have some further discussion about locations, but the locations we discussed will give us a
Right.
complete perimeter of the site.
And I know I've been advocating for one on the front door for a long time. At some point, we really should have that. Again, if the door is not secured for some reason, we should know where to keep it.
I'm pretty sure there's one for the main hall up here as well as the
Okay.
perimeter outside. But we'll go through that once they open. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Paul Lemoyne,
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 206, Codes and Zoning Department Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Stephen Imhoff, code enforcement officer for the month of June 2010.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, second. Mr. Lemoy, any discussion? Again, it's worth noting, I think the public would appreciate hearing, we had a total of 57 permits requested in the month of June, with 41 being issued. So there's a lot of activity, a variety of scales of activity, but activity nonetheless. So that's
Also working over, very busy yesterday, today, tomorrow, doing all the daily inspections for fairs, so the fairs are obviously making sure they're out, so it's a busy thing to have to do with that.
yes, very busy. Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Swift?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moore?
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 207, Planning Department Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Phil Von Bargen, Planning and Engineering Department Head for the month of July 2010.
Have a motion? Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Rennerden, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moore?
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 208, Supervisor's Monthly Financial Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a supervisor's financial report for the month of June.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, second.
Second.
Mr. Rennerden, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moore?
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 209, Town Clerk's Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Rick Collins, Town Clerk, for the month of June 2013.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Rennerden, second.
Second.
Mr. Lemoy, Ricky, is there anything you want to make comment on your report?
No, as you can see, everything is way up.
Good, thank you. Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moore?
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 210, Water Wastewater Department's Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Department Director, June 2013.
Have a motion? Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Rennerden, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moore?
Yes.
Art Grinstein?
Yes.
Ernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 211, authorization to close 3 existing Town of Plattsburgh bank accounts and open 2 new bank accounts.
Whereas the town has multiple bank accounts in various banking institutions and is desirous to simplify operations and to receive a better rate on return of idle money. Whereas the town currently maintains a highway checking account and a money market account at the community bank. Therefore, be resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to close the highway checking account and money market account maintained at community bank and open a new checking account and money market account at Key Bank. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh maintains numerous bank accounts, escrow accounts, checking accounts with various financial institutions, and whereas it is an attempt to eliminate duplication, operate more efficiently, and to eliminate and save ongoing banking maintenance fees, the finance manager of the town of Plattsburgh has researched and examined the status of the aforementioned accounts and has recommended that the same be closed and further moved into existing facilities so to save on ongoing banking maintenance fees. Now therefore be resolved that the finance manager of the town of Plattsburgh is authorized to close and terminate the following accounts and open new checking accounts and money market accounts with Key Bank. And the supervisor of the town of Plattsburgh is hereby authorized to sign any and all related documents to the effective foregoing. Community Bank Highway Account, Community Bank Highway Account number, TD Bank Water Tower Communications Account. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, budget officer, and highway superintendent.
Have a motion? Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Lemoy, any discussion?
It is equivalent accounts that we're putting together, right?
What's that?
Equivalent accounts, right?
Yes.
And we save on the fees.
They're better rate of return. One's a duplicate account, but
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
Gerard Renner?
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 212, RFP for auditing services for 2013, 14, and 15.
Whereas in accordance with the requirement of the Single Audit Act of 1984 and the Single Audit Amendment of 1996, independent audits for the years ending December 31st, 2013, 2014, and 2015 must be performed. Now there is resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby authorize the supervisor to solicit and receive proposals for independent auditing of the town of Plattsburgh's physical records for the year 2013, 2014, 2015. And be further resolved that the finance manager and budget officer receive a copy of the resolution.
A motion. Mr. Renedick, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Gerard Renedick?
yes.
Martin Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 213.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh water and wastewater infrastructure is aging, commercial and growth, residential growth and expansion has strained it beyond its original design. Whereas the water and wastewater director and the water and wastewater committee have been working to identify and prioritize needed improvements in the water wastewater infrastructure to help comply with the regulations, ensure reliable service to customers, and guarantee sustainability and integrity of the system. Whereas the water and wastewater director and consulting engineer have identified 5 products: water supply investigation, tank maintenance, well lift station, Route 3 lift station, and base sewer lining as a priority project for consideration. And whereas after consulting with the town's finance manager, the required resources have been identified to find approximately $1,804,000 in expenditures to complete all 5 projects as indicated in the attached spreadsheet. Now therefore be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby authorize the supervisor, finance manager, and water wastewater director to initiate the process to address and identify 2013 capital projects for the water wastewater department, including the development, implementation of the bid process for each. And it be further resolved that a copy of the resolution be given to the finance manager and water and wastewater director.
Have a motion. Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Renedick, any discussion?
I'd just like to throw in there that, this is a great start to the infrastructure that needs to be addressed for the town of Plattsburgh. Some time ago, we identified through our director and the Water and Sewer Committee about $10 million worth of infrastructure that needs to be addressed. That in and of itself also is not all of the town of Plattsburgh's infrastructure, and we need to start maintaining this. It's very humbling, as I found out last week, to have your water be shut off because of a failure in the system, then have to go through a boil water order. It's nice for all of us, I think, to experience that once in a while, and for the public to experience what will happen if we don't address our infrastructure problems. So I commend the board for listening to this, and I hope that we will be able to pass this because it is necessary work that has to be done. It's not going to impact the public at all. It's funds that we have available, but I would urge the public to keep in mind that this is the tip of the iceberg, and we have to pull tight on the reins and find the money to fix the rest of our infrastructure.
I like the second one, Jerry said. I mean, it's definitely that we do need this, and that this is just the beginning of what we also would like to say that as we go through with the bid process and construction, I'd like to make sure that someone capable, other than just the people who are hired to do the work, checks to make sure that the engineering is done right and that the other is correct. Because we have noticed, even in new projects, that some things were not designed correctly. and we'd like to make sure that what we put in is really in good shape for a long time in the future.
Well said. Any other discussion?
The only thing I would say is that I'm happy we're doing this too. Sometimes the non-visible infrastructure is what gets neglected. People call you on a pothole, but they can't call you on a pipe that's buried in the ground quite so well until you have
That's right.
experience you do.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
George Renza?
Yes.
Ernie Mac's.
Yes, resolution carries and the projects will begin. Resolution 214, request for American Fireworks Display LLC to display fireworks at the Quincy County Fair.
Whereas American Fireworks LLC has duly submitted to the town board of the town of Plattsburgh an application for a permit for public display of fireworks on July 16, 2013, to take place at the Cook County Fairgrounds, situated along Route 22B in the town of Plattsburgh. Whereas the town is not required to collect a fee for granting such a permit. Whereas the town board has determined in lieu of an adequate bond in the amount of $1 million being provided by the applicant, a commercial general liability insurance policy, and a maximum amount of $1 million for each occurrence and general aggregate coverage in the amount of $1 million with the town being named on the insured said policy, be accepted as also submitted to the town attorney for his review. And upon the town attorney approval, the applicant liability insurance coverage as a form of Clinton County Fairgrounds applicant controlling agent of the land on which the public display of fireworks is to be held, having also approved and granted said application by the town. Now therefore be resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to issue the required permit for the public display of fireworks to the applicant on Tuesday, July 16, 2013 at the Clinton County Fairgrounds, upon the town attorney approving said application and complying with the conditions and requirement of section 205.00 of the penal law. And to be further resolved, a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer, finance manager, codes officer, and pool insurance.
Motion.
So moved.
Mr. Manick, second.
Second.
Mr. Runadek, any discussion?
Just so that the public is clear on this, Ricky, you misread the first whereas. You said the commercial general liability insurance policy would be in the maximum amount of $1 million. The resolution reads in the minimum amount of $1 million. So I think we're well covered in this.
I talked to Ricky earlier today. Did that ever get sorted out on the licensing issue? Or did?
We've had it reviewed by Peter, and as recent as this afternoon, we clarified a couple of questions
Right.
in how the insurance works and who holds the liability.
Bernie, this is just another one of those occurrences where, I commented last week, we didn't have this permit in front of us for the work session. It's not going to be a big shock to anybody that 52 weeks from today, they're probably going to have another county fair, and they're probably going to have fireworks again.
Yep.
And I really don't like getting this permit the day before they're going to show off fireworks, and I think they need to be strongly worded and let them know that the next time we get this permit on a Monday morning, looking to approve it for Monday night for fireworks the very next day, they're probably going to get denied, because I'm certainly going to approve this, and I think everything was checked off, but there's maps to be submitted, there's a lot of paperwork that goes with this, and in light of people getting hurt at Airborne Speedway, I don't think it's just checking off and saying yes, and we go through the motions and say, yeah, they can have fireworks. I think it's a little more serious now, and we have all become aware of that, and they need to know that we're not going to approve this with less than 24 hours notice and basically disappoint everybody because they couldn't have fireworks and throw it back to us. I just think they need to do this in a much more timely manner next year.
I agree. I think all those points are very well taken.
What's the general aggregate coverage of land? Does that cover?
That's it.
total-
General aggregate is $5 million.
What's that?
The general aggregate is $5 million.
It's in the attachment.
Okay. So we're just putting in here minimum complete
Correct.
one, even though it's 5.
Right. Well, the aggregate is, yes, yeah, they did.
Right.
That's why.
I just wondered why it wasn't 5 million.
Right. That's why you are correct.
Up to 5.
I agree with that, but when it says aggregate coverage is only 1 million, aggregate to me means the total.
Yep.
And that's why I wanted to make sure,
But
even
again,
though our
Tom,
resolution says this,
again, Tom, that was in the minimum. It's a minimum of 1 million, and they are giving us the maximum aggregate amount of 5 million. So the resolution just clarifies that we have at least 1 million.
I suppose Tom's point is well taken, it could have
It
said
is.
we have $5 million worth of
It's
insurance.
very well. Maybe we just don't want everybody to know we have $5 million.
listen, when it's 1 million per occurrence, and you got 3 or 4 people, or 3 or 4 occurrences, you know, and it says 1 million aggregate, that to me means, hey, one person, and that's it.
Right.
That's why I think
It
it
is.
is in there.
It is kind of indirect, you're right, but we do have the 5 million.
I understand it's on the other sheet.
No, I,
The one more thing I would add to this application process, and it really just struck me as I'm looking at this thing, we really should have a sign off from the EMS agency that's supplying coverage to that. At Airborne Speedway, 6 ambulances got called that day, and they just need to have a heads up that this is probably occurring in their district, and, you know, certainly they know for the fair, but they know for the fair, but I'm saying when the American Legion or somebody else has fireworks, as part of the review process, they should probably get notified that somebody's gonna be setting off fireworks. There's certainly a potential for.
You know, the way we can correct that, Ricky, the document that we use, the coordinated review,
There's another sheet on
does it have?
No, that can be added to it.
Yeah, we need to add that right in, so any new ones going out, it's there.
Right, we did that for post 1619. We had the fire department, the EMS, and all
Good.
that.
Again, this is why we should have this more than a day before, because as Paul was talking, I just came up with another thing, and the Airborne Speedway thing, because of the roadway and the way it's set up, there was trouble getting the emergency vehicles in and out. Maybe we should ask that for future events like that, the codes officer have an evacuation plan set up, so emergency vehicles do have access.
But they, interject something, we
Yeah.
did have a meeting with the fire department, sheriff's department, and state police last Thursday.
For the fair?
For the fair.
Okay,
That it was all coordinated onto it, just in case something did happen.
good.
And could we just put in there, just aggregate coverage in the amount of 5 million? Just cross out the minimum?
I actually think Tom has raised a good point, and that would be the appropriate expression.
if you have.
Don't say minimum, say aggregate of 5 million.
All you have to do is cross
You
out
wanna
million and change
our
1 to
form
5.
that we have then? Is that what you want?
I can, what I'm hearing is a proposal to amend the resolution to include an aggregate amount of 5 million.
Mhm.
If that's what you would like to do, Marty, you're saying yes, Gerard, you agree with
Yes, I
that?
agree.
We'll amend the resolution and include an aggregate amount of 5 million.
That would be on line 4. We leave line 1, or line 3 saying, insurance policy in the minimum amount of $1 million for each occurrence, and general aggregate coverage in the maximum,
Oh, no, in the amount of 5.
in the amount, just take minimum,
Yeah.
in the amount of 5 million.
Right.
Just so I have it corrected.
I will amend it as indicated. Good discussion. Ricky, what happens after tonight? Are you bringing it to them? Are they coming to get it?
No, I'm gonna bring it to Glenn first thing in the morning.
Before you do that, I will generate a letter to the Fair Board reflecting some of the concerns and
Well,
making them aware we need to have this earlier.
actually, the fair board was given this 2 months ago onto it. And the person that was doing the fireworks just, they got set on the shelf and pushed away and,
So the Fair Board wasn't the problem. They started it, but
they started, all of their paperwork for the fair was in a month ago.
Unfortunately, we don't deal with the fireworks company, we deal with the fair board, so
Right, correct. That's just.
the penalty's gonna fall upon the fair board.
Oh, I know, I made the people aware of it
Okay.
over there. If they didn't get it in 2 weeks ago, that was gonna be, pushed back. And I said, every year, we end up going right at the last minute, the last day, the last hour, the last minute to get this approved. And if something happens, like we had to scramble today to get all of the insurance papers changed to that specific reason.
Not to jinx the fair board, but or the fair, but if we had another catastrophic fire like we had at Comfort Inn where our codes officer was tied up on a Monday all day long at the fire, this would not have gotten inspected.
Right.
Because it was submitted so late, it would not have gotten inspected in time, and they're, so again, it pays to put it out there that, we need to get it sooner.
I'll have a letter tomorrow to go with it. It really is the fair's problem. It's their fireworks. If the provider's dragging his feet, again, that's their problem. We shouldn't have to be doing that. So we'll have that at least for the file.
Let them know they can start tomorrow on the new permit.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Joy Renner.
Yes.
Bernie Bell.
Yes, as amended. Resolution 215, temporary seasonal hire transfer in the Recreation Department.
Whereas Resolution 13-174 was passed to hire lifeguard and bus drivers in the Recreation Department. Whereas the weather conditions this year forcing the close of East Morrisonville Beach have left opportunities to transfer positions. And whereas the supervisors received a letter dated July 1st, 2013 from Melanie Defiant, Youth Service and Recreation Director, requesting to reassign summer lifeguard Courtney Morrill to summer labor position. And whereas with the transfer of her duties, her pay grade will be changed to summer labor position starting July 15, 2013 through August 16, 2013. And this change has been conveyed and agreed on to by Ms. Moore. Now therefore be resolved that the supervisor is authorized to sign all necessary documents to transfer Ms. Morrill to seasonal temporary labor help in the Park and Recreation Department. And a certified copy of this resolution be given to the Finance Manager, Youth Director, School Insurance, and Clinton County Civil Service Department for personnel for final approval and filing.
Have a motion. Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Gerard Renner.
Yes.
Bernie Bell.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 216, Twin State Maintenance Renewal Agreement.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh maintains an annual maintenance renewal agreement with Twin State to provide telephone hardware, software, and support systems. Whereas Twin State has submitted a renewal agreement to the town of Plattsburgh for service from July 16, 2013 to July 7, 2014. And whereas the town board has provided within the general fund of the town of Plattsburgh 2013 budget for the renewal of its one-year contract with Twin State in the amount of $7,089.84. Whereas the town attorney has approved as a form of a one-year contract submitted by Twin State. And now, therefore, be resolved that the one-year renewal contract submitted by Twin State is approved and the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute the same for the town of Plattsburgh, and a copy of this resolution shall be given to the finance manager.
Before I ask for a motion, I'm actually going to ask for a motion to table, and if I can get that in a second, I'll explain why in the discussion. I get a motion to table this resolution.
Hasn't been brought to.
Well, if we bring it by a motion to act on it, then I'm going to seek a motion to table.
No, it's not. I know, but
Yeah, you can't take the
you
motion.
don't take the motion until you make the motion. So
Okay.
I'd say we just drop it.
I'd rather table. Tom, are you making a move on this resolution?
Okay.
Okay, do I have a second on the motion?
I'll
No, we'll
second.
go to
I'll
the table
second.
after.
I'll second.
Mr. Renner's going to second.
And I would move that we table this resolution.
Let me just kind of explain why. The proposed contract came to me a couple of weeks ago. We reviewed it. I'm not comfortable with the amount of the contract. I've sought explanation. I indicated last week that this was going to be on the agenda because the agreement needs to be renewed. It was indicated to me that I would have some information. I followed up with a note that I didn't have anything yet, and I still don't have anything. So I think it's important that we do table until I get some clarity in why the increase in the rate. But I think it's important we go through this process because I want to demonstrate that we were ready to renew the agreement, but we have to have the discussion. So With that said, I guess I should say, is there any more discussion on this?
No, I was going to ask about the negotiated price of this in comparison to last year's contract as well. So, based on the comments that you made, I would be willing to move to table this so that further negotiations could take place.
And do I have a second on that motion to table?
Second.
Mr. Lemoy, any discussion on the motion to table? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Benedek,
Yes.
Yes, the motion to table continues. My concern with that is twofold. The second being, as a tabled resolution, it has to come before us at our next gathering, which is the work session. So if I do get the information, we can act on it in the work session, and it will be a timely manner. So, to be continued. Resolution 217, Historian's Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a historian's monthly report for the month of June 2004.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, second. Mr. Wood, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
George Benedek.
Yes.
Bernie Black.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 218, 2013 Budget Amendment for Town Board Hospital Insurance.
Whereas there has been a change in health insurance coverage from single coverage to two-persons coverage, resulting in an increase in insurance costs. Whereas the expenditures for health insurance will exceed the 2013 budget account, now therefore be resolved that the town board approve or authorize the following budget amendments: increase appropriation, hospital medical expense for $5,200, decrease contingency account of $5,200, and be further resolved, a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer and finance.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Renadette, second.
Second.
Mr. Wood, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Abstain.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Gerard Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Black. yes.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 219, amendment of Resolution 013-187 to alter and pave Bushy Street.
Whereas in connection with the reconstruction of Route 22B, including the replacement of the structure over the Saranac River, Hamlet of Morrisonville, County of Clinton, under the provisions of Section 10, Subdivision 25, of New York State Highway Law as amended, which provides for part of the Commissioner of the Department of Transportation shall have the power to combine, connect, alter, relocate, terminate, and pave intersecting highway roads and streets, and also the maintenance of any highway, road, or street which is affected by the subdivision to which the judgment of the Commissioner is not deemed as part of the state highway system shall be maintained by the municipality or municipalities in which the street or roads are located. Whereas the Commissioner proposed to improve Route 22B Hamlet of Morrisonville, Town of Plattsburgh, County of Clinton, in connection with to alter and to pave the following road or street: Bushy Street, the location for the center line.
We'll accept what you got here. Just go on.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And whereas the highway, roads, and streets located within the town of Plattsburgh and in the judgment of the Commissioner of Department of Transportation will not be deemed as part of the highway state system. Now therefore be resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board and the highway superintendent approves and describe paving and altering of the town roads. And it be further resolved that upon completion of construction of the above described road and streets in the town of Plattsburgh will maintain the town roads or streets in accordance with the provision of the highway law. And it be further resolved that the town clerk, town of Plattsburgh, is hereby directed to transmit 4 certified copies of the foregoing resolution to the New York State Department of Transportation, 317 Washington Street, Watertown, New York, 13601. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer, the finance manager, and department heads.
A motion.
So moved.
Mr. Renadette, second. Mr. Wood, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Art Renshaw.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 220, amendment of maintenance of sidewalks to the town of Plattsburgh from Route 22B project.
Whereas resolution 13-189 was passed and needed to be amended to correct part number 7024.00. Now therefore be resolved that part number to correct 7024.06, New York State Department of Transportation proposes to replace Route 22B structure over the Saranac River, Hamlet of Morrisonville, part number 7024.06. And whereas the state will include as part of the construction, reconstruction, or improvements of the above-mentioned project, the construction of sidewalks pursuant to section 18, town and highway law, and the state will provide for the construction of the above-mentioned work as shown in the contract plans related to said project. Now therefore be resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board, along with the highway superintendent, approve the construction of sidewalks and the above-mentioned work performed on the project shown as the contract plans relating to the project, and that the town of Plattsburgh will maintain or cause to maintain the relocated, reconstruction, or construction sidewalks performed as stated and as shown in the contract plans, including the control of snow and ice, and to be further resolved that the town clerk, town of Plattsburgh, is hereby directed to transmit 4 copies of the foregoing resolution to the New York State Department of Transportation, 317 Washington Street, Watertown, New York, 13601. And to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer, finance manager, and department heads.
Have a motion. Mr. Wood, second. Mr. Lemoy, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Art Renshaw.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes, the resolution carries. At this time, I would, unless someone has some other business for the evening, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, do we have a second? Mr. Lemoy, any discussion on those motions? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Art Renshaw.
Yes.
Bernie Dorchenez.
Yes, we will stand adjourned at 7:54 PM.